Hello and welcome to the program. The month of September is National Recovery Month. It's a time to educate all of us that substance use treatment and mental health services can help those who are dealing with addiction or mental health issues so that they can get their lives back on track. Recovery Month celebrates the gains made by those in recovery, knowing full well how difficult that journey can be. It also is a way to encourage those who are currently struggling with substance abuse to seek professional help. Today, in an effort to raise awareness about National Recovery Month, I wanted to highlight some local nonprofits here in North Texas doing what they can to help those fighting addiction. For our first segment of the program, I'm being joined on the phone by Alicia Peoples, the Development Director of Recovery Resource Council. As their website says, they are providing hope, conquering addiction, and healing families. For the second part of the program, I'll be joined on the phone by Scott Weisenbaker with Solutions North Texas in Denton. Their vision is to help as many people currently suffering from addiction as possible. But first, let me welcome Alicia Peoples with Recovery Resource Council. Alicia, thank you so much for taking time out to talk with me today.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
This has been a difficult time for everyone these past 6 months during the coronavirus pandemic, Alicia. But for someone facing substance use issues or mental health issues, it is particularly challenging. What are you hearing from the people that you serve?
You know, there are a number of things that can be impacting people and exacerbating their issues. The economic uncertainty, the inability to maybe keep routines that had really been crucial to their mental health and sobriety, maybe being disconnected from networks that are really important, not just meaning AA groups and NA groups, but family and friends. Those are all of the different ways. We definitely focus on serving low-income and homeless individuals and veterans who may have been out of work. But I would say across the board, if you're struggling, if you have mental health or addiction issues, this is a tough time.
Have you seen a spike in the number of people that are reaching out to you and to other agencies dealing with recovery?
So, we are a North Texas agency serving 19 counties. I could concretely say that we're seeing a spike in the need for homeless outreach. I think that's one thing that a lot of people may not be aware of, but we provide referral and screening services for those 19 counties and try and provide other services. So in addition to helping people with mental health, we're also helping people find housing and food. Though kind of tangential, though definitely impact sobriety. It's going to be very difficult to focus on your mental health and your sobriety if you are homeless or don't have food. So we've definitely, I think, seen a spike across the board with regard to addiction issues and people wanting and needing treatment, but also those issues that are tangential to your sobriety. And so I think it's important to know that, to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, you have to have boots and you have to have straps, So we are so appreciative of the community coming in and providing support. We have been able to provide telemental health. We were deemed an essential business through COVID, so we never closed. We've been open, and we've quickly adapted to being able to meet people's needs. A lot of times our clients don't have access maybe to the internet or devices that they need to be able to see their therapist remotely. And so we've really worked to be able to create spaces that people can visit or provide devices so that people can still take care of their mental health, because it's very difficult to get your life on track and come out of a homeless situation without those kind of resources.
And if somebody wants information, they can go to recoverycouncil.org. That is a website, recoverycouncil.org. So we kind of mentioned the work that you do with the homeless population, but for someone not familiar with the programs and services that you have, tell me about the work that Recovery Resource Council does day in and day out.
Sure. So on September 21st, we will have a virtual event with LPGA golfer Laura Baugh, who will share her recovery story. The services that we provide are very similar to what Laura will be talking about, in that we can refer women and men and families to resources all over the community that they need. So that includes outpatient treatment, but also residential treatment. One of the big things that's unique about what we do is that we're able to focus on veterans. We serve veterans with PTSD and needing just dramatic counseling and therapy. But we also provide veterans and their families with addiction treatment. So, I continue to talk about mental health and behavioral health because really that, trauma, addiction comes out of trauma. And so you have to heal that root cause to really get to, if you will, say a cure for addiction.
Since it is National Recovery Month, Alicia, what is the most important message you want to get across to not just individuals, but also the families who have a loved one who has a problem with alcohol or drugs?
I want to say that you're not alone and that we're here. And we're here all the time. By visiting our website, you can fill in a form and let us know what type of help you need. You can also give us a call at 817-332-6329 or email info@recoverycouncil.com for help. The barriers to treatment so often are the cost. The costs for treatment are very, very high, and we really work to make sure that we're removing that barrier. And that's why we're a nonprofit and why we seek funds from the community, and we're so grateful to all of our funders for that.
I love that on the website you say providing hope, conquering addiction, and healing families.
We love that we're providing hope and healing families and conquering addiction by realizing that if you can, create an intervention for a young person, that you can change the trajectory of their family and their lives. So we are in a number of school districts throughout those 19 North Texas counties and providing programming in those school districts. Since the coronavirus, we've been doing that virtually. And other outreach we've been doing these prevention parades in parts of South Dallas where we're handing out PPE and materials and just, again, making sure that let people know that they're not alone, that we're here, and that there is another path. Especially if you've never seen that, if you're living in poverty and all you know is maybe violence and addiction, it's really important to have someone come in and reach out to you and say, I care, and there are different options for life.
Find out more at recoverycouncil.org. I want to thank my guest for this first segment of the program, Alicia Peoples, the Development Director of Recovery Resource Council, one of the largest and most comprehensive nonprofit mental and behavioral health care providers here in North Texas. Their mission to promote wellness and recovery from alcohol and substance use disorders and trauma. Alicia, thank you so much for being on the program today.
Thank you so much for having me.